going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. You literally cannot make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we saw the breaking news of Alfonzo McKinnie signing for the Chicago Bulls and the waiving of Alize Johnson, it looks like health and safety protocols, our good old friend, has kicked in once again, and now we've got a couple of players now out from health and safety protocols. I can't say I didn't expect this coming. Again, the outbreak with Billy Donovan, we'll talk all about it in this video. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and their recent health and safety protocols. At the end of the day, as I said before, I am truly not surprised that we're talking about this now, ladies and gentlemen. From my understanding on the situation, as soon as Billy Donovan entered health and safety protocols, that could have meant other players and other people would go alongside with him. It means that the outbreak has not truly been resolved at the moment, but hopefully this is the last of it that we see, because if it does spread again to some players that just got out of health and safety protocols, if that can happen, and also some players that haven't received or is not in health and safety protocols, has never been in health and safety protocols, like Lonzo Ball, like Alex Caruso, then we are in danger, ladies and gentlemen. But nevertheless, let's talk about the players that did enter health and safety protocols. First things first is Alfonzo McKinnie. We're going to be talking about him first, ladies and gentlemen, because you simply cannot make it up. As soon as we signed him, he is now in health and safety protocols. Thankfully, we did sign him, so this will not be the last time that we see him, which is great to see. And also, again, the man comes first, so get well soon to Alfonzo McKinnie. But simply, you cannot make this stuff up. I honestly cannot believe the situation that just happened here. As soon as we sign him, he's in health and safety protocols. Again, very similar to the Stanley Johnson hardship exemption signing. We signed him and then off he went to health and safety protocols. So we won't see him play against the Indiana Pacers, and we probably won't see him for another 10 days. And it's frustrating because all I want is to see him play another game. I just want to see if the hype is really real with him. I know many people are going to be very positive about Alfonzo McKinnie, and I'll be very optimistic about him. I'm very positive about him. Although I'm not fully convinced, I'm pretty much close to getting fully convinced. All it takes is one game from Alfonzo McKinnie and I'm completely hooked, and then maybe I'll jump on that bandwagon as well. But again, I just can't believe this. This is honestly, it's like the world's playing tricks on us, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't know what to do from this situation. But of course, get well soon, Alfonzo McKinnie. I think it's safe to say that his roster spot is safe. He's not going to go anywhere. And although this did happen to him, if this happened to him a couple of days ago, he might have not been on the roster. So I do think in the end, fate has kind of helped him out a bit, but also to see him out as soon as he signed, that's a big... I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, but it's a big worry for the Chicago Bulls. Next up is Tony Bradley, our backup center, ladies and gentlemen, did enter health and safety protocols. Tony Bradley had a very strong game against the Houston Rockets. He had an okay game against the Lakers with 3 steals under his belt as well, I believe. And again, he's our backup center. He's getting into the groove of things as well. Again, the thing that we have to worry about is our center position has not been at its best. Vucevic has not always played well. Tony Bradley has not always played well. And now one of them is going to be in health and safety protocols, and this time around it is Tony Bradley, another player that wasn't out from health and safety protocols before. Something to keep in mind, both of these players were not in health and safety protocols when everybody else was. These are players that just got it now, which means that Caruso, Lonzo Ball are still, in my opinion, the ones to worry about when it comes to the next people out in health and safety protocols. This does mean, ladies and gentlemen, we officially don't really have a backup center to talk about, so the hardship exemption comes into play here. I believe there was a rule put in place where the hardship exemption players can be inactive players until someone else goes out with an injury or someone else goes out in health and safety protocols. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that rule is in place for the Chicago Bulls and for the NBA in total, which means that we did sign a player that is a big man that can play at the 5 position, play at the 4 position, and be a backup center for the Chicago Bulls, and his name is Umar Ilyasova. He is going to be big for this period of games for the Chicago Bulls. This gives him an opportunity to play, this gives him an opportunity to prove himself, and this gives the opportunity opportunity for the people that like him, or very similar to me, don't believe he's going to be here for too long, to show what he could do for this team. He's a very good three-point shooter. He spaces the floor. We could potentially see a lineup out there at all times with 5 players being able to shoot the three, with Umar Ilyasova added to the mix now. So that's going to be great to see. It's going to be fun to see how we mix and match with those types of players, and we'll have to wait and see if he can prove to everybody if he is the right man for the Chicago Bulls, because if he is, there's a roster spot available for him on a season, for the remainder of the season, if he can show what he can do. If he doesn't perform well, then obviously when Tony Bradley returns, I assume he's going to go back to the inactive list. And that's the big blow for the Chicago Bulls. It is a bit weird that we waived Alize Johnson and now we don't have a backup center officially on the roster. But again, thankfully this hardship exemption, thankfully the rules in place allows Umar Ilyasova to play in the next game against the Indiana Pacers, and I truly believe he will be playing against the Indiana Pacers because we need a center. Vucevic cannot play 48 minutes, so we'll have to wait and see how he goes, and maybe he can provide something that I'll be very impressed about. This is his opportunity to step up, the next man up mentality. I'm here to support the team. I'm here to support these players that are wanting and earning a spot on the roster, and everybody gets a fair chance. If Ersan impresses me, then there might be a chance for him here, at least in my eyes, and let's see if he can do it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough one, and at the end of the day, I can't promise that there's not going to be more players. I'm really worried about Lonzo, and I'm really worried about Alex Caruso getting this as well, because those players have not got the health and safety protocol yet. They're not in it, and I really hope we never see that. But at the end of the day, there's no promises, and there could potentially be another indication where another outbreak does occur. I hope not, and I hope the players that just got out of health and safety protocols kind of don't go back in it for a long time. I don't think they will, but again, this virus is just so funny. I'm not educated on the situations. You just never know, and I'm not going to be the one to say it's going to or it's not going to happen. Stay safe, ladies and gentlemen, and stay healthy. As always, every time you make a video like this, the big message is to stay healthy, and I'll see you against the Indiana Pacers. Hopefully we can walk out with a win. Also, I should say, since I made 3 videos today, I brought the red hat back. If you're going to end up ending the night making 3 videos, it's time to mix and match and surprise. You can't see me in the same thing every single video. So yeah, nevertheless, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.